if she'll say she loves me. Love me back. Does she wanna fall in love? Is she the one who's gonna love me back? Someone's there. Is she the one in my dreams somewhere? If she loves me, I'll love her back. And I know that's not really bad. Just say she loves me. I'll say a word so she's gonna believe me. Words have a meaning. Our hearts can't tell us, it is our feet.
Recording right here at the Brewing Point Studios in QC. It's the second episode of Japorms TV, the podcast. Para sa mga unang beses pa lang nakinig, this is the audio extension of Japorms.tv, a men's lifestyle fashion website coming at your site soon. The podcast came in first because making a website really takes time, unlike the podcast, which doesn't need much preparation. And for you to have a bit of idea of what we're doing, most definitely the website will focus on the presentation of the online show. Video yon, so it should engage visitors by the visuals we'll be offering for every webisode. So please be patient. Relax lang muna kayo dyan. Stay tuned to the podcast where you'll get to listen, hear exchange of nothing but a mix of views, topics with social relevance. And of course, everything that matters to Filipino men. Gustuin man naming mag-usap tungkol sa fashion all throughout, as the name of the site suggests. We think it's better to steer opinion rather than dwell heavily on physical appearance. In the end, ang question, do you invest in your mind as much as you make effort in looking good? Simple, Japorms TV aims to make every man look at themselves not just as someone who's pogi or maporma, but with substance. We would like the show to be entertaining while leaving something memorable to the audience. Hopefully, we could add humor or konting kalokohan. We'll see. Kasi mukhang sa kalokohan lang ako magaling. Sa humor, hindi masyado. So, ang dami ko lang sinabi. Hindi pa ako nagpapakilala. This is none other than June. And yes, I'm back. I'm very much excited to do this because a lot of firsts will happen right at this very moment as we move along with the show. One, it's my first time to conduct the podcast in a studio. Two, it's the first time to have guests on the show. And three, it's the first time that we'll be joining by a co-host. Let us get to know them one by one. First up, last episode I gave the rundown of the girls who auditioned to be a part of the Japorms TV. Well, guess what? We finally found her. Hindi na nga dapat ina-announce yan kung sino ang napili. Kasi if you're a liker of our FB page, facebook.com/JapormsTV, you've already seen her. So from the roster of hopefuls, a UP college student, a known personality, and a Manila-based Singaporean model, actress, and recently won as the newest mix VJ, Japorms TV chose a regular girl on the block who got surprises on her sleeves, ready to unleash. Let us welcome our muse, Zoe Quintos.
Tada!
Congratulations, Zoe. How do you feel now that you're doing the show with me?
Well, I'm 100% happy, that's for sure, but I'm 300% worried and nervous. So that makes it a lot different for me.
Ba't ka naman nag-worry?
It's a first for me. I mean, I'm not really into this kind of industry. So I'm pretty sure that there's going to be a lot of difficulties, a lot of times na mapapahiya ako, a lot of kalokohan, and most is makikilala nung tao yung wacky or weird side of me na I'm trying to not show it, not show to everyone. Amen.
With Zoe, yung pinaka first challenge niya, first assignment na ginawa namin, and that was last month. We began our shoot for the show with Zoe. We covered the Yahoo OMG Awards. So, how was your experience?
Well, for one, it's awesome. For two, I don't know if I know I didn't do that good, pero it was one hell of an experience. I mean, it was a star shock. To be honest, I'm not really the type of person na into show business. I only like a few, though I know them all, pero I only look up to a few people or a few artists. Pero it's different pala knowing na you just see them, you watch them on TV or you see them sometimes sa malls, magka-cross lang yung paths nyo. Iba pa rin siya sa alam mong makakausap mo siya. It still is nerve-wracking. Sobrang nakakakaba na kahit alam mo yung gagawin mo, memorize mo siya for a couple of days, everything just turns to be black. I mean, mabablank na lang yung utak mo, wala ka nang maaalala. You just end up smiling and making a fool out of yourself.
Pansin ko nga. Yung mga nangyari sa atin nung araw na yun. So, sa mga celebrities na nakita mo, sino yung sa tingin mo yung nag-stand out? Kasi, I was asking you to give your comment rin at the end of the show. So, but, syempre, inabot na yun ng gabi at lobat na rin tayong dalawa. So, hindi rin masyadong makapag-isip. Siguro, dahil, ayun na, lumipas na siya, siguro nagkaroon ka ng time to think sino ba yung nag-stand out sa mga celebrities na nakita mo when it comes to hindi lang siguro sa fashion or sa pananamit nila, kundi how they approach their fans.
How they approach their fans, it's kind of hard to decide on who outstands there kasi hindi naman nila masyadong nalapitan yung fans doon. Though, pag tinatawag sila, tumitingin sila, andun yun. Pero, yun nga, hindi mo sila nakita personally kung paano sila nakipag-deal dun sa mga fans nila. Siguro yung pinaka napansin ko dun, si Coco Martin saka si Vice Ganda.
Oo, kasi
doon yung pinaka nabingi yung tenga ko sa sigaw ng mga tao.
Entrance pa lang grabe.
Nasa bungan pa lang ng hagdan, pagbaba ng sasakyan, nabingi na ako kahit nasa loob tayo nung arena. Parang I was overwhelmed. I didn't know those people actually made a big impact on average guys, average people. I was used kasi yung mentality ko dati is they're just the same person or pare-pareho lang yung mga tao sa mundo. So hindi ko naisip na God, ganun pala yung sobrang daming sigaw, sobrang daming tili, halos magpakamatay na sila, mahalapit sa mga idols nila. And what's good about Coco and Vice that night is just their presence actually made their fans really happy. Yung fact pa na tumitingin sila, nagsasmile sila, siguro
Humble
grabe na yung
sila.
saya nung mga fans nila.
Vice Ganda and Coco Martin started
A very low profile?
Yes, low. So si Coco Martin came from indie films.
Yeah, indie films.
Na-hyped up lang siya because ayun
He's
nga
good.
For one, syempre magaling siya. And then most of the indie films, Coco Martin is the one featured. Doon siya pinick up ng network. And then mas dumoble pa yung exposure niya ngayon. And then Vice Ganda started out as a stand-up comedian. Are you aware of her or his career?
Sort
Before?
of. Basta alam ko nasa comedy bar siya yung mga nandun sa may Quezon City, Timog, yung mga ganon. Hindi ko na-follow yung pinaka-path niya. Pero what I like about Vice is I don't know with other people, but the way she is being sarcastic in a sense na every word that she says, alam niyang tama at dapat niyang ipaintindi sa'yo kahit na cruel in some ways. Kailangan mong maintindihan na ito yung tama. Hindi ka dapat dyan lang kasi dyan ka sanay. Dapat ito dapat. Kasi most, di ba, hindi naman sana, pero most of the Filipinos actually just go with the flow. Kung ano yung kalakihan nila, nandun na. Pero like Vice, there are some scenarios kagaya sa mga shows niya na pag alam niyang mali at alam niyang ito ang dapat gawin, kailangan ito ang sundin nila.
Okay.
Which is actually a good example para sa mga kids ngayon. You have to be outspoken. You have to let people know what you really feel. Kasi if you're just gonna keep it inside, nothing's gonna happen in your life.
Speak out.
Speak out. Sabi ko nga.
Yan. So, ano yung pinaka-highlight ng event sa'yo? Aside from meeting your crush, Luis Alandi.
Ano ba? Highlight ng show. Siguro, yung mainstream na lang siguro talaga yung awarding na lang. Kasi doon mo makikita yung support.
The award show in general.
Yung award show in general. Saka yung reaction ng fans, yung support nila, makikita mo sa gilid na kahit na sobrang hirap pumila sa labas from afternoon, nandun sila. Tapos may energy pa sila to cheer yung idols nila.
Okay. Again, congrats, Zoe. And
Tada!
Welcome to Japorms TV.
Tada!
Enjoy your stint as the host of the show. And stay there, guys. We have more in store for you. Be back in a second. Zoe, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Smoker ka ba?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
I did smoke before, but I don't now.
Anong reason mo? Ba't ka nag-stop?
I just don't feel like smoking anymore. I'm the type of smoker kasi before na when I want to smoke, I can. And when I want to stop, I can as well. So, hindi ako yung ibang nahihirapan at naghahanap nung nicotine sa katawan. So, when I realize it's not actually doing me good and I can do other things naman para matanggal yung stress ko, then I stopped.
Good. Ako naman, non-smoker ako mula pa bata. It is because hindi ko nagustuhan yung lasa. Saka wala akong makuhang satisfaction sa pag-hithero. You know, we all went to a stage na curious tayo sa mga bagay-bagay. Kadiri mang sabihin, nung bata ako, ang ginagawa ko para makapag-sigarilyo. Diba, may mga nagtatapon ng cigarette butts or upos ng sigarilyo kung saan saan.
Don't tell me you're picking it up.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Unfortunately. Di ba kadire? Curious nga ako, tapos pinupulot ko siya, sisindihan ko. Tapos, iipitin ko. Kasi bata pa naman ako dun so hindi ko pa masyadong iniisip na yucky na yung lasa, ano bang ginagawa ko, namumulot ka, madumi yan. Yun, wala pang ganong thinking. Nung malasahan ko yun, hindi ko nagustuhan. And nung lumaki ko, there's, di ba, peer pressure. One time, sabi yung friend ko na, oh, ito, manigarilyo ka naman. Masyado raw ako mabait. So, nung hinit ko siya, so, pinagtawanan lang ako na hindi raw ako marunong, ano ba, yun nga, basically, smoking. Hindi ako na-addict, in short. Actually, my father is a smoker before. So, nung bata ako, hindi ko siya nakikitang naninigarilyo, pero naririnig-rinig ko lang na naninigarilyo din siya. And eventually, nag-stop naman siya. So, nakatulong din yun siguro na hindi ko makuha sa kanya yung pagiging smoker niya. Kasi, before rin siya mag-stop, parang nagkakasakit siya because of it. So, siguro na-realize niya rin na hindi maganda yung effects nun. At saka, iniisip niya lagi yung family niya na may anak siya na syempre sa kanya lang umaasa. Yes. So, may naging boyfriend ka na ba na smoker?
Oo naman.
Pinagbabawalan mo ba? Or pinapastop mo siya na mag-smoke?
Depende. Ako kasi, if I met a person that way, at hindi naman, you know that it's not going somewhere. To be honest, parang hindi kasi every relationship, nandun yung time na magpipigil ka, magkocontrol ka. Sometimes you just go with the flow. But in some cases, meron na rin akong mga napigilan. Mahirap kasi it will affect sometimes your relationship as well. Kasi you ask them to be someone they're not.
Mhm.
So that's one big risk of asking someone to stop smoking as well. Kasi sabihin nila sa'yo, nakilala mo akong ganito, bakit hindi mo ako kayang tanggapin? So beforehand, bago mo pa sabihin yun, bago mo pa pagbawalan ng isang tao, kailangan mo munang dumaan sa stage na paintindi mo muna na kaya ka may mga pagbabawal sa kanya kasi para sa ikabubuti niya, para sa ikabubuti niyo in the future. Pero kung yung taong pinagbabawalan mo walang iniisip kundi yung present lang, no use. It's hard na magbawal kung ayaw nilang pagbawalan sila.
Tama. Okay, di ba karaniwan na sinasabi nila kapag nagbabawal or pinapastop yung isang tao na mag-smoke is, halimbawa, it's bad for your health, blah blah blah, mga ganon. Pero a simple discouragement won't help to make a person stop from smoking.
Exactly.
So actually, alam na din nila yung effects nun. Kahit yung mga smokers, alam din nila yun eh.
Kahit yung mga bata, alam na nila yun.
But yung mga campaigns against smoking, parang nagiging normal na rin sa kanila. Labas sa kanan na pasok sa kanan na tenga, labas sa kaliwa. Ang nangyari, tuloy pa rin sila sa vice. So truth is, it's not really just health that is at stake here. So madami pang ibang issues na kaakibat yung smoking. So to help us see the bigger picture, we have the presence of a representative from a non-government organization, the project coordinator of Health Justice Philippines, Mr. Ralph Degolacion. Did I say that right?
Tama.
Okay. So, hello sir. Nice meeting you, and we're very interested of what you have to say.
Yeah. Hello. Good afternoon, June tsaka Zoe. Actually, it's also a privilege for me to be here sa Japorms TV. We're very much happy that you invited us. You considered inviting us kasi we're also a new NGO, and actually almost we're just 3-4 years old, and we're a very small organization as of the moment, and we're working towards educating people about the harms of tobacco, and at the same time we're advocating for better policies na makakatulong para mapababa yung naninigarilyo or yung mga nahuhook sa paninigarilyo sa Philippines.
Okay, bago tayo tuloy magsimula, paalala lang we're not doing this para manermon sa mga naninigarilyo, because at the end of the day, the choice is still yours. So, if we can make one think and consider quitting, then that's good. So, 'di ba yung yung sinasabi ng mga tao, walang pilitan, walang basagan ng trip.
Yeah.
So kung saan kayo masaya, dun kayo.
Yeah.
So maybe Sir Ralph can share his encounter with cigarettes. Meron ba naging smoker ba kayo before?
Actually, personally, I am a non-smoker too, but I have relatives and friends who are smokers, and indeed common talaga here sa country, sa Philippines, to see people smoking. I'm sure most of us, yung mga nakikinig, or meron kayong kahit isa dyan na relative or friend na talagang nahook sa or have been addicted sa smoking. And what I could share is that smoking is really bad, and it's a proven yan scientifically, and may evidence na yan, kompleto na yan for so many years. So, 50 years old na yata yung mga studies na yan. And consistently na-update nila. It's really bad. And I'm sure, yun sinabi nyo kanina, you mentioned, people should and must know na it's really bad for their health. But again, because of the addictive substance in cigarettes, what we call nicotine, yun yung nakakapigil sa kanila para malimutan or matanggal sa sistema nila yung habit na to. So, kumbaga, eventually, nagsimula sa patikim-tikim, sinasabi nila, curiosity, as you said earlier. Oo, pero hit-hit buga, ganyan, nakikita lang at first. Pero, kapag na-try mo na and you have this na sa sistema mo, yung nicotine, it's really hard to get out of that habit. Kumbaga, yung sa simula, pa-isa or pa-share, nakikishare ka lang, pa-puff. Nakikipuff ka lang with your peers, your kabarkada, friends. Eventually, maingganyo ka na to buy it by yourself. Then eventually, you get it, parami na ng parami yung consumption mo just to parang ma-maintain mo lang yung yung addiction na yun. Yeah.
Now, if Sir Ralph here is one of their advocacies is on anti-smoking, right? So why don't you give us a brief background on how Health Justice was formed and the objectives?
Okay. Well, Health Justice, as I said, is a fairly new non-government organization. We started late 2008 and it was formalized 2009. Our organization is primarily composed of lawyers, medical doctors, and economists. And ang nature of our non-government organization is really not just about tobacco or smoking. It's more of about health policies talaga. Kasi the founders of Health Justice think that Filipinos are not protected by the government in terms of health policies. Kasi through these health policies, we believe that there's a great chance that Filipinos can avoid becoming sick if only government will lead and at the same time implement very good health policies. So basically, that's how Health Justice was formed. And right now, we're growing. I can tell you that we're growing in terms of in terms of numbers. When I entered Health Justice 2 years ago, we were just around below 10. Now we're above 10 but below 15. So it's growing in a sense na dumadami naman yung aming yung the people who are active, nakikibaka. But more importantly, mas marami rin naman yung volunteers, no? Kasi yun yung some people, they say na okay lang naman kami na makisali sa advocacy kasi we believe in certain portions of the advocacy, etc. We welcome everyone actually, no? Wala naman limit. And to give you siguro maybe a clarification lang, Health Justice is not limited to na tobacco or smoking. Our founders may advocacy din on breastfeeding. Some people are advocates of food safety and how environment can affect health. So meron din kaming mga environmentalist founder members. So that's it. That's Health Justice.
Gusto ko yan. Hindi lang nag-focus sa smoking, kundi sa ibang mga
health issues.
Yes. Halimbawa ako, gusto kong sumali dyan sa organization nyo. Is it a strict requirement na kailangan non-smoker?
Well, yun, nagiging common, if that's how you perceive or conceive that, no. Pero ang Health Justice is open to anyone. Right? Well, if you're looking for a regular job, limited pa talaga yung resources namin to accommodate so many people. So, pero if you are a person that believes in a certain advocacy on public health issues, we could welcome you maybe first as a volunteer kasi our members, yung mga founders namin started out Health Justice as volunteers, plain volunteers. Later on na lang that we got a project grant from foreign donors and at the same time from our supporters na tsaka nagkaroon ng funding. Pero it's very meager, medyo maliit pa yung funds namin. Kaya ang nawe-welcome talaga namin is talagang volunteers. Yung commitment ba in pushing for a certain public health issue, then we welcome you. Requirements on smoking, we don't don't have a policy right now
Na
na
kailangan
na
hindi
non-smoker ka or ano. Actually, we have some lawyers who are smokers too, or former smokers, but eventually they try to quit or they attempt to quit or totally quit kasi as they see yung advocacy nga, nakikita nila yung mga information at saka yung compelling data na talagang
Pero ito,
diba?
ito po ba maluwag sa loob nila or dahil parang nape-pressure lang sila dahil nasa
maluwag sa loob.
sila?
It's their and at the same time kami as their peers, yung mga smokers, we encourage them, we help them. Kasi we talk with specialists, with people who are experts in cessation, di ba, yung mga ganyan. So, di ba, parang eventually they get to feel na, I think, I could or maybe possibly quit this kind of bad habit.
Okay. Well, right now, sir, meron ba kayong specific statistics or numbers on how many percent or how many men, like teenagers, adults, are actually smoking here in the Philippines?
Yeah, well,
Let's start with men muna.
okay. Dominantly, Philippines, like many countries, dominantly are male smokers. Mas marami ang smokers, to give you a picture, Philippines has around 90 million population, right? We have a 90 million plus population, and around 17 million are smokers. So that's around 28% of our population, and malaki yon. In a country like us, it's really a big population, or a big part of our population are smoking. And out of the 28% who are smokers, I could tell you that more than half are male smokers. Siguro nasa 54% are smokers, male smokers specifically, and the females are sumusunod. And what's quite interesting, in the past few years, according to studies based at Department of Health, and World Health Organization, nakakatch nila na women smoking in the Philippines is also rising. So dominantly male siya ngayon, but if the trends doesn't stop, females could catch up in a few years time. They could maybe equal the male smoker population in the Philippines. And another thing is, out of the 17 million smokers, we have around 1.6 million teenage smokers. Ito yung nagsisimula. Yan yung 13 to 15 years old. So
Meron pa bang doon? Mas bata pa dun sa 13 years old?
According to DOH studies, the earliest or yung youngest smokers detected in the Philippines is as young as 5 years old. They start smoking.
I actually see a lot of kids in Pasig City who are
Street children?
No, they have homes. They're just playing outside, but then you see them with the stick of cigarette and they're
Exactly.
smoking, but they're only like about 6, 7 years old, 5.
They maybe they just started school siguro, di ba?
Sometimes gusto kong tanggalin
5.
yung sigarilyo sa kanilang, gusto kong batukan na,
Teenager.
ang bata mo pa, kaya lang,
See?
wala ka namang karapatan
Exactly.
to do that. Even if you want to change something, you can just only hope na sana matauhan yung guardian nito, pagsabihan, kahit na mahirap ang buhay, at least you have to guide the kids well.
Yeah. Pero
Yung teenager, syempre alam mo na ayun nga, curious yan mga yan, mga age na ganyan. Pero yung 5 years old, parang ngayon ko lang yata.
Nakakatakot pa,
Hindi.
sobrang addictive
yan.
sila. Kasi,
Kaya nga, yun yung medyo sa statistics, you don't mention, you don't see yung but when you get into the details, yun yung medyo mas shocking.
scary pa kasi, di ba, when they start smoking, that's just the first stage. So,
Exactly.
in about just years, you can see the kid doing a lot of worse things than just smoking.
Exactly.
Nakakatakot tignan na yun at this early age nagagawa mo na yan. What more? than
Baka
just,
next na, marijuana.
Oo, which is really,
Yeah, drugs.
that I'm really against too.
Tama yun.
Is Health Justice the only non-government organization in the country battling against smoking today, sir?
Yeah, well, actually, ito, ano ko pala, no, just siguro, konting background din sa mga, we're not against the smokers dito, no. Tobacco control groups are not against the smokers. We see smokers as victims. And the main battle is against the industry that introduces or produces these kinds of products. Because the industry really is the one na may fault. Because even though may mga studies na nakakasama yung product nila, they are spreading misinformation to the public na in terms of, yung packaging, hindi nila, at saka yung accessibility ng mga produkto nila, talagang profit ang kanilang main intention. So, they don't care, and they are a legal product, so they don't care much of who uses them, di ba? And let us take note then that tobacco as a unique product is really deadly, no? Dahil kapag ginamit natin ng tobacco when prescribed by the manufacturer, 50% of the users will die. Talagang yun yung nasa ng mga scientists, no? Na when we're going to strictly follow manufacturers' advice kung sa paggamit ng kanilang 50% of the smokers will die immediately. And in terms of yung lumalaban naman sa tobacco industry in the Philippines, hindi lang kami. There are older groups and much bigger groups, like for example, the Framework Convention Alliance of the Philippines, or FCAP. It's the lead tobacco control advocacy group in the Philippines. And they are also our partners. Secondly, andyan yung New Voice Association of the Philippines. These are cancer victims. They are former smokers na nakasurvive sa lung cancer and other effects ng smoking.
So sila na mismo ngayon yung
nag-advocate sila to stop it. To stop young people being addicted to it, and for those who are addicted, to stop it immediately, kasi they are the prime example of people who got to experience yung bagsik ng sigarilyo, di ba? Then there's also groups such as Southeast Asia Tobacco Control Alliance, YATCA. Andyan din po on the government side, of course, hindi natin kakalimutan na andyan ang DOH, andyan ang MMDA, they are our partners, andyan ang University of the Philippines Manila, specifically PGH. Yan yung ilan sa mga organizations who are helping and are advocating for tobacco control in the Philippines.
To whom do you direct your message ba? Sa manufacturers or sa smokers?
Well, both actually. Sinasabi ko naman on the smoker side, sa mga smokers, hindi natin sila pinipigilan or inaano, no, na they are asserting that it is their right to do what they want. But again, let them be reminded, or ma-remind lang sila lagi na what they have right now, yung kanilang current na vice, is something that 5 or 10 or 20 years from now, tsaka palang mag-a-appear yung side effects or yung effects talaga, no? So, our advice for the smokers is, of course, consider to stop. If you cannot stop it by yourself, it would be good also to seek professional advice, either through the doctors, of course, through the doctors dapat, and with the support of their family and friends, ano. So, ganon yung advice natin sa mga smokers, no? And for the young ones naman, let's just hope, we urge the young ones to focus talaga on what they could, alam mo yun, okay lang maging curious, pero curious in a nice way, in a sense na sana yung curiosity, they could bring it to school or to something more productive rather than being hooked to being curious about certain vices na alam nila na makakasama sa health nila. Kasi eventually, di ba? Sinasabi sa school, health is wealth, etc. So why would you take in something that can hurt your health or can affect your health, no?
Not just only your
diba?
family as well and the people around.
Your future itself is being hurt when you get hooked to such vices. And to the manufacturers, of course, their right to sell, but again, what they're selling is really something that, alam mo yun, it's deadly. So, hindi ko naman pwede sabihin magsara na sila, no? Pero, ang amin lang is that they should, and we urge them to be transparent of the content of their products. Kasi, yan yung isang information na they always and they will always guard secret from the public's point of view or from the public's eye. They say that it is our right to parang their company's secret yung ano pero they should inform the people of what is the real content of their product. And I tell you, the content of their product is not good. I mean, a cigarette stick contains 7,000 chemicals, and out of the 7,000 chemicals that meron sa isang stick, around 60 of it are carcinogens. And when we talk of carcinogens, these are cancer-causing substance. So, hindi talaga maganda, di ba?
How did you find out yung content? Na hindi nila talaga
dinidisclose?
Yes.
Itong mga contents na to is based on sa studies mismo ng mga scientists.
Here in the Philippines?
In the US and in the Philippines, they haven't given that. Pero worldwide kasi, yung mga studies coming in from the US and other countries, consistent eh. So sa Philippines, I don't know kung may specific study on the chemical content. But certainly, of course, hindi naman natin na kung ano yung quality ng sigarilyo na coming from other countries, dadala rin dito sa Philippines, for sure.
Gusto ko lang malaman, how do you convince a smoker to stop without being too preachy? Diba kasi yun yung ayaw rin ng tao eh, na parang nagpipreach ka sa kanila.
Yeah. Well, yun nga, ang payo natin is whenever they feel na, for example, alam ko mga smokers, they experience yung mga coughing na yan. First stage or first time pa lang mag-appear yung mga ganyan, they immediately consult a doctor or a medical professional na that could help them, that could give them professional advice. Or at the same time, kung maganda rin naman is they also consult. Kasi yan eh, ang daming ways, ang daming sinasabi rin ng experts, ang daming ways on how to stop smoking. If you cannot stop it by yourself nga, consult a professional, a medical professional, doctor, or a cessation person, no? Kung hindi mo pa rin kung nahihiya ka naman mag-approach sa doctors dahil medyo may gastos or may consultation fee, etc., you could always, there's open resources online that you could try out, pero the best way talaga, and for us and for me, is seek medical attention. Kasi nicotine addiction is should be handled by a professional din para hindi ma-aggravate kung may sakit ka man, at least rin ng doctor yun, makikita at saka matetest ka for it. Kasi kung minsan kasi may alam mo yon, may complications sa pala yung paninigarilyo mo, di mo alam. So para at least once and for all alam mo yung situation ng body mo, consult the doctor talaga.
What do you really do para makapag-reach out sa mga youth sector?
Well, ang amin sa Health Justice, since we're a small NGO pa as of the moment, we really do information dissemination. We develop advocacy materials, and at the same time, we also organize activities that could give them an idea of the real problem of tobacco use in the Philippines. To cite some examples, we have Health Justice recently organized a public health debate within universities, so talagang may participation, At the same time, now open yung kanilang minds on what's happening sa Philippines in terms of tobacco. And another one is may ongoing contest kami, yung may ibubuga video making contest,
which we will discuss later.
Later. We will discuss it later. It's another thing on it's more of a seeking yung kanilang alam mo yun, through arts and through filmmaking is parang ito yung way din ng health justice to gauge kung ano nga ba yung knowledge na meron ng ating mga youth. And at the same time, may online presence ang health justice. Aside from our website, which is healthjustice.ph, meron din kaming Facebook page, meron din kaming Twitter presence, and we're using social media to disseminate it. Bukod pa doon sa
good way to direct a message.
Yes, oo.
Especially nowadays.
Exactly.
At saka alam naman natin technology, di ba?
Yeah. Young
internet.
people are really technology savvy right now. So, we really, tsaka most of the people naman sa health justice are young people. I mean, young in a sense na below 30 pa. Yeah. So, we know yung...
Hindi pala tayo nagkakalayo.
Hindi na tayo nagkakalayo.
Okay. Zoe?
This part I'm actually curious, sir. Nakita ko to sa news kasi. What can you say on the recent sin tax bill being rushed by Congress?
Well, it's a good step for government. For us, sa health justice, it's really a really good step for the country. Kasi for so long, napaka-cheap ng sigarilyo sa Philippines. And at the same time, it's really one of the factors bakit ang daming nahuhook sa bisyong to. Kasi we did a study about this, about what's the problem of taxation sa tobacco products in the Philippines. And I could tell you na ang sakit sa ulo dahil aside from complicated ang taxation system mo, napakababa pa ng rates ng taxation. Biruin mo yung tax sa binibigay ng government sa isang pakete ng sigarilyo is the rate 15 years ago pa because of a certain provision sa batas. So talagang it's a good step for government na they revisited it and they are now rushing it. Hopefully, ang pakiusap lang namin is that government should see it not just as a revenue measure, meaning to say not just to raise money for their programs, but more importantly, they should use it as a tool to lower prevalence of smoking in the Philippines. Prevalence meaning to say lower the number of people being hooked sa so tax it as high as possible, pero consider, of course, ang natin is to protect public health, kaya dapat yun ang isipin ng gobyerno, no? Huwag sila magpapa-impluensya sa tobacco industry.
Okay. So, what do you think of electronic cigarettes?
They're
yeah.
sikat nowadays.
Sabi nga daw nila, ito daw yung bagong trend ngayon para mag-stop ka daw sa Well, sa ngayon, wala pa kasi tayong regulation, ang Philippine government, walang regulation on e-cigarettes. Ang Department of Health, I guess, wala pa siyang regulation on it. Pero, we really urge and we think e-cigarettes is an alternative form of tobacco product. No? Wala man siyang tobacco, as they say, pero meron kasi siyang nicotine and yun yung problem the nicotine itself, it continues to hook the user to the product. So
parang nanigarilyo ka rin.
Yeah, yun yung doon iba lang dahil mas mukha lang siyang social dahil you have a machine or a small machine na ginagamit, di ba? At refillable na lang. Yun yung doon may flavor pa.
Yes.
So, yun yung mahirap, no, na these kinds of vices, we do not know kung ano ba talaga yung yung content pa ng mga vial na yon. May flavor nga siya, pero one thing for sure, meron siya nicotine that will really hook the person pa rin.
I've read, pwedeng mamili yung tao kung may nicotine or wala. Or pwede rin nilang babaan yung dosage ng nicotine.
Yun yung masama, no? Kasi, ang scientifically daw, when you are hooked to smoking, parang there are certain cells in your brain na naiiwan. Kumbaga may mga na kailangan mong abutin yung ganitong level of nicotine in your body para ma-satisfy siya. So, kapag sasabihin mo, kaya misinformation yun na sinasabi nila na mas lesser yung dosage, mas light yung ganitong klaseng sigarilyo. Kasi ang tendency naman ng katawan mo is to consume more of that product.
Crave palalo.
Kasi i-maintain mo yung addictiveness or yung level ng nicotine na para masabi ng brain mo na stop ka na because andyan na yung point na satisfied ka na for at the moment. So, 'di ba, parang it's a misinformation na iba-iba yung dosage. Sige, iba-iba yung dosage, pero iisa lang yung effect niya sa katawan mo. Sirain lang niya yung katawan mo.
What's the stand of health justice regarding this e-cig? So, is it
like cigarettes, of course, we really discourage people using it. As much as possible, if you want to stop smoking, don't use this machine. Better na you consult your doctor kasi the doctor will recommend a better way of stopping the addiction. Kasi it's another form lang of parang you're just transferring your addiction to another product So parang ganun.
Sabihin na natin na kung maraming tumigil sa paninigarilyo, syempre yung unang maapektuhan is yung mga tobacco farmers. Okay. So, paano sila?
Ito ang lang namin dyan. It's another misinformation being circulated. Here in the Philippines, tobacco growing has been a staple of the northern provinces. Diba? You know about it. Ilocos is a big grower of but studies have shown that farmers are in fact shifting to other crops. I mean, crops that are more useful, meaning to say mas it could put more food to your table as hindi yung at saka ang tobacco growing naman kasi kaya nga tayo merong provision sa batas na government should help these farmers na maapektuhan. So meaning to say government should help them to shift to more useful products, yung mga gulay that could help the health of the people. Yung alam mo yun, hindi totoo na mawawalan ng trabaho ang farmer. A farmer na marunong would know na he could really plant other stuff that are much more healthier, much more useful sa atin kaysa tobacco, which only destroys our health.
We're gonna take a break. More of discussion with Mr. Ralph in a short while.
Thank you.
Let us lend an ear first to the on-the-spot artist of the day, Lauren Michael.
He didn't get with someone else. The pain from yesterday still remains. He does not know what to do about it. Or sad memories won't go away in a certain way. He does not know what to do about it. He never hurt you, wants to care or believe. What he got is something else. Their picture is like hurting him. Should he let her go in order to get rid of the thing he has? But how about the happiness he wants with her? Yesterday still remains. He does not know what to do about it. More sad memories won't go away in a certain way. He does not know what to do about it. The pain from yesterday still remains. He does not know what to do about it. Or sad memories won't go away in a certain way. He does not know what to do about it.
Dito pa rin kami ni Zoe with Mr. Ralph Degolacion of Health Justice Philippines. Last May, sir, you organized a video contest in line with your campaign against smoking with Dakila. So, Dakila is a group of artists, students, and individuals working together, committed to spread social awareness in a creative way to spark a change. So, why and how did you come up with May Ibubuga Ka Ba?
Well, yun na. First, yung May Ibubuga Ka Ba campaign as part of our awareness on the true effects of smoking. Naisip namin to parang, yun nga, to reach out to more audience and to parang use the creativity of the young people. We partnered with Dakila kasi Dakila is a known group naman din. We have our knowledge and research on the information on smoking. Ang Dakila naman is a very good group in terms of translating that kind of data or information into something creative, into the arts, no, which is more attractive sa youth sector, di ba? So naisip din namin, kasi ang Dakila as an advocacy group, as a group also of artists, they have this advocacy for human rights, and part of human rights is right to health. Kaya doon yung nakita naming commonality sa pinaglalaban namin. Kaya it was good. It's a good partnership. And May Ibubuga filmmaking contest is really, ang objective is to come up with the advocacy toolkit that we could share with our policymakers, with the people in government, with our politicians na siyang gumagawa ng mga policies natin sa mga batas, ganyan. So, kumbaga, we have the information sa health justice. We just, we'd like to beef it up and make it more attractive sa mga policymakers natin na ito yung kit na pwede ninyong balik-balikan kung nagdududa pa rin kayo on legislating a very good health policy. Ito yung evidence that we have that really smoking and tobacco use is harmful to our people and to the youth, specifically sa youth sector. And may ibubuga, actually natapos na yung period ng pagsasubmit ng mga videos, ng mga 5-minute clips. Ang deadline was last June, and we received, it was we didn't expect na aabot ng halos 80 ang entries. It was good, from Luzon to Mindanao, people submitted kasi with our partnerships with Dakila nga and limited resources that we both have, we use social media to spread the word, to spread this contest. And ang ganda naman yung reception ng mga tao, ng mga organizations. Yung iba, students talaga eh. It was good dahil may mga students.
Most of the entries are from students?
I couldn't say na most of them, pero siguro a significant portion of them are students. But many are, like the normal people, gusto lang talagang ipakita niyo, they want to try out yung paggawa nila ng video, mga home-based na videos.
Okay.
Pero meron din talaga mga kinareer talaga nila yung video nila. Talagang
production.
Oo, and it just shows na talagang even a simple idea or now you want to, yung mga simple advocacy na ganito, it makes an impact na you encourage people to express it in some way, in some forms like an art or aside from artwork, video talaga, yung social media, etc. Makikita mo, I've seen some of the entries and ang galing-galing ng mga ideas coming from interviews, tas nagkaroon sila talaga ng mga story, mga plots, tas meron pa silang mga iba talagang they use yung mga simple elements of cartoons, animation. Yeah. Di ba? May animated mga entries. And we have already shortlisted around 30 entries, and we're on the process of selecting na the three or around top 3 or top 5 winners. Kaya hopefully by end of August mailabas na namin, may announce na namin formally yung winners dito sa contest na to, and sana ma-invite din namin kayo sa Japorms. I would recommend talaga that you come para kahit paano makilala niyo yung mga filmmakers natin.
At saka hindi lang kami dapat nandyan. You should give us then the copy of the video so we can show it to
we could share it. We could share it, of course, with the permission ng mga filmmakers themselves. And at the same time, kasi ito gagamitin, kami naman sa Health Justice, as part of our advocacy nga, we really would like to see these kinds of forms of media to be propagated and at the same time shared to everyone para at least, di ba, marami mas nakakaalam, makaka-appreciate, di ba?
Sometimes talaga, little push would actually do a lot for people.
Yeah.
Konting bait mo lang, nagawa kayo ng ganito, sometimes, andun yung point na tatatak sa utak nila yung ginawa nila, and they do as what, alam mo yun, gagawin nila yung pinakita nila sa video na yun.
Yes, totoo yun. Kasi, very interesting, yung iba nag-research talaga. May mga pinasok sila mga facts and figures, and sabi namin, wow, parang
documentary type?
Oo, may documentary type, may gumawa ng ganong type na talagang ma-appreciate mo yung creativity ng kabataan doon sa mga entries. Talagang maganda siya.
It's nice to know na nag-venture sila into a different career instead na tumuloy sila sa path na hindi maganda yung kahahantungan.
Just hanging around, at saka yung mga simple at least nagagamit nila in a socially relevant, di ba? Socially relevant issue yung kanilang talent. Hindi lang basta just doing something na, alam mo yun, slack or something na useless, di ba? At least, ito, everyone, and even they themselves, baka maging mga bagong advocates ng, di ba, ng tobacco control sa Philippines.
Okay. In relation to the contest, we would like you to comment on the Smoking Kid. It's a video of Thai Health Promotion Foundation created by Ogilvy Thailand. So, have you watched that video?
Yeah, we've already seen that, and it was a good video,
Galing ng
paano
idea.
ba? Talagang ginamit nila yung ang galing ng napaka-simple na message, di ba?
Oo.
Parang it's just a reminder to those who are smoking na the
Pero,
bad effects.
before ko makuha yung comment nyo, would you like to explain ba kung ano yung video na yun?
Well, sige, just briefly describe ko lang yung video. It started lang with a kid na approaching smokers.
Two kids
approaching smokers na asking them, could you light up my cigarette? Diba? Parang pwede bang makisindi? So, of course, medyo nagtaka yung mga tao, yung mga smokers mismo. Some did refuse to, and some really educated them na, when you smoke, you can die, cigarettes have
galing nila
insecticides,
magpayo pero sila mismo
tapos, at the end of the binigyan sila ng note ng bata. And ang tinanong ng bata, why are you smoking? Tapos binigyan sila ng note. So,
which says, you worry about me, but why not about yourself?
Correct.
And
it was good, and Thai Health also put, parang may wording sila na, after daw nung encounter na yon, umakyat daw yung tumawag sa quit line sila ng by 40%.
Yes.
And they even notice na they also ran the video kasi tago yung video hindi kita sa parang social experiment ang ginawa nila parang ginawa ng mga smokers, tinapon nila yung sigarilyo nila pero yung binigay na note ng bata tinago ng mga naninigarilyo at yun nga biglang tumaas daw yung mga nag-attempt na mag-quit ng smoking. Di ba?
Sometimes they have to see it in a cruel way para ma-realize nila.
Parang sampal sa kanila
they have
yun.
to be reminded by a kid. So that's how powerful kids are, in terms of reminding adults na you worry about us, but what you parang it's just weird na parang what you preach you don't even what you teach you don't even do it by yourself or taliwas yung ginagawa niya, di ba? So siguro frankly say parang sampal sa iyo yon na nangangaral ka sa akin pero ginagawa mo naman. Parang yun lang yung, it's a good, sana sa Philippines we could do it here. I mean, I'm seeing the possibility.
Sana nga isa doon sa mga video na, and this
I'm not yet sure kasi, pero mukhang siguro, di ba? It's a simple, subtle way of saying to adults na, please stop smoking for the sake of the children, for the sake of your loved ones, diba? So, yun yung yun yung message siguro na dinadrive ng Thai Health na you know that it kills, but just make sure na you think about the people around you, the people you love, because na nakamamatay ito magkakasakit ka because of this vice.
Ang lang ng feeling na nung panoorin ko yun, ang laki ng impact. Though hindi ako naninigarilyo. Yan. So, I'm sure na pag napanood rin yun ng mga smokers.
Kaya marami. I mean, it went viral sa FB for a time. Nung unang lumabas yun, I noticed many people sharing it. I think it hit 1 million views sa YouTube within a week or 2 weeks span. Kasi ang dami. Hindi lang siya kasi within Thailand na ikalat. No? So, worldwide yata nakita. And I do recommend kung hindi nyo pa nakita po, access it. Yeah, you should take a look at it. It's a good socially relevant ad or video clip.
Sampal. Any parting words, sir? Final message to the listeners before we wrap up?
Yeah. Sa amin lang sa health justice, as of the moment we're into tobacco control, we hope that people will be active, not only in advocating for better, better yung kanilang mga pinaglalaban na, I mean, I'm sure each and every one of us has health concerns. Ang sa amin lang is that we should share it with our, not only with our loved ones, but of course, mas maganda if we have the resource or we have the ability, the talent, we make use of it. Yun yung doon if you know that what you're doing and what you have, lalo na sa patungkol sa kalusugan, sa health, I'm sure kahit sabihin mong maliit lang yung kaya mong gawin ngayon, just stick with it, just learn how to use it, how to inform others, i-share mo lang yan with other people, and who knows, di ba, baka yung advocacy on health na sumunod could be something that will be the next big issue sa Philippines. For now, sa amin, ang concern namin is tobacco control right now. We really urge people to be active in supporting government, in supporting not only government, but of course yung community, in taking part in programs that could help people stop smoking. So, ano yan I mean, hindi lang basta gobyerno dapat, everyone, it's really the people who should speak up. Yung mga non-smokers, yung mga even kahit wala kang kamag-anak or kaibigan na naninigarilyo, mas lalo na kung meron kang kamag-anak or kaibigan na naninigarilyo, you should not preach them and help them to overcome this addiction. Encourage them. Encouragement is important. Support them. Lalo na kung halimbawang they're trying their best with it or to talaga magbago. Wag na natin hintayin ang New Year or ang any significant day. We do it now.
Resolution.
Diba?
New Year's resolution.
If you really want something to happen, we do it now. We don't wait for a date or do it now. Yan lang.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for spending your time with us.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you also.
Mr. Ralph Degolacion of Health Justice Philippines.